So today we are attempting to replace the glow plugs in this E350 CDI. So it's got the OM642 engine, and I haven't done this before, but could be a nightmare. Could be straightforward. So I'm going to go through the process of hopefully getting the caps off these and replacing them. So going to be replacing them with these, exactly the same original manufactured equipment, but they're NGK anyway, so these are the ones. Much cheaper to get them like this. So that's what we're trying to get in. I'm going to be trying to use this T-bar. So at the moment I have been soaking the glow plugs, hopefully seeping down into the threads, every other day for about a week. So probably about 3 times I've applied this, and then yesterday night or evening I put some brake fluid into the around the glow plugs. It's down in there, so we'll try and have a look in a minute. And then today I've got the engine nice and up to temp, so it's just been on a 40-minute drive, been back about 20 minutes, so it's hot. So I'm going to try and hook this up so you can watch the process, and then we'll see how this goes. So my main worry is if these are seized and they snap, I am in a world of pain, because then it's going to have to be heads, or at least the air intakes off so we can get to them, especially the back ones. So it's going to have to take off all this air stuff here, and then hopefully I can get to them. So we'll see. It's the further ones at the back I'm a little bit concerned about, but we'll see what we'll do. So I'm going to try and hook this up, rig this up, and then we'll get going. So just undoing all the connectors here. Some of these are pretty brittle, and the engine's pretty warm. I've got to be gentle with this because this bit's not cheap if you bugger it up. Gently does it. There we go. Nice. Usually replace this bit after each time, but it's not long been in and I can see it's not that bad. If it gets really deformed, then obviously we'll replace it. A little bit oily, nothing too bad. I'll have a look at it in a minute. And these are a little bit more gentle. I get something to leverage up on there. Oh, looks like it's coming. Come on. There we go. Yes, it's one off. Okay, now before we continue, let's now try I said, this has had this soaking anyway, but that's just to help. There we go. So I'm going to start by check it's the correct. Yeah, do it really gently. That's good. Tighten a little bit. And do a bit. Bit overly cautious here, but I do not want to strip of these. I'm actually going to add a little bit more. Over cautious, I know. Do not want to strip these. Okay, I think we're now good, so I'm going to blow this out before. So let's have a little look. So you can see there, they're looking good. The old one's CZ109, new one's CZ159, but from what I've seen online they are the same. I think matches up, size, thread, length. Good. So tempted to get this new one in, just so we get nothing down the hole. So I'm going to put this one in. Might as well. So just going to add a little bit of ceramic, what do you call it, grease, that I left over from when I did the injector seals, just on the thread. I'm not going to bother doing it on the shaft. Probably a bit more than I need here, but I'll have it off, just on the thread. Not a lot. Okay. You don't want to drop this in and be really gentle. So the back one's going to be a pain. I'm just going to finger tighten it up. And I'm going to torque them all once I've done them all. Fingers crossed. Okay, number one. Jobs are good. Let's keep going. Here goes. So, things first, I'm going to try and get this off. Got to be careful of all of the connectors here, don't want to damage anything. Is she coming? Is she coming? Come on. Gently, gently. More stubborn on me. Push it down a little bit. Try it again. Make sure underneath, that's good. Okay, good. Check for damage. Nothing. I'm going to clean these connectors up. Okay, so blow it out. Put something there so we don't shoot. I'd like to get this out of the way, but no, okay, just stay put. Right. Okay. Fingers crossed. It'll tighten, it'll tighten. Doing absolutely nothing, but okay, gently. Okay, looks like we got number 2 out. Just going to blow it out. Much more Fallon on the end. Okay, same process. Now I know that other one looked like the shaft had a bit more, but I'm just not going to bother putting it all the way down. Sounds awful, but probably going to be someone else's problem, and this will do the main bit. Make sure not to touch that tip. Very gently. Just on a finger's height, try and get this. Start it a third in. Took all these out. two down. Oh, I'm not happy about this one. Okay. Break this one because of the, see I'm bending these. Okay, I need a slightly more heavy duty one. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Go. Make sure I've got this a good angle. Just gently work it back and forward, not force anything. As soon as I get a little bit back together. Okay, I'm going to blow it out. This one, sort of glazing on the body. Thread seam okay, a little bit there. Tip, again, seems pretty consistent. Now for this one, I am going to put more of this on, because this is the back one, it's the one that's a pain in the backside. Plus to do this again, amount of ceramic stuff I've got, I probably would have put it on all of them, but there you go. So nothing on the tip, it's going to do it up to about here. That seems good. Okay, right. So on this again, gently. I can't really get my fingers on this to get the thread going, but I just have to do it very gently because of the angle. I can feel there's no pressure there. Yeah, she's in. Yes. Okay. good now. Let's see if we can get a different angle on this one. Okay. So we're into this. Let's get it off. So probably use this one seems to work quite well. Oh, gently, gently, gently. Might as well get more off there. Feeling brave. Yeah, bingo. Come on, don't cause me problems, please. Yes. Give them a little clean in a bit. Right. Gonna blow this out. Just be careful of the old turbo there. Why can't I? Let's start this one. Get my head down, see if you can see it. That tiny little turn. Yes. That's what I want. The squeaky mouse. I'm actually going to try and do all of these in one rather than... Oh, this one's... loose. Last one. What do we think? Nice and gentle. Oh, but good. Nice. Yes. Cool. Nice. Okay, let's blow this one off. Okay, so this is the order so far. So we've gone 1, 2, 3. Let's get this one out then. Was it even on it? There we go. Oh, come up with it. What have we got there? That's a pretty good nick, that one. Okay. Not too much, just enough to go into the threads. enjoying this light. And you got this other week. It's been a lifesaver. Done a little bit of work on the wife's car as well, so. Right. Just want to make sure I get that started. That's it. Nice. Okay. So I said this car's done 150,000 miles. I've had it for the last 50. It's a 2012. Not had too much problem with it, but I had the injector seals. Actually, I had the oil cooler. That was a big job. Oil cooler seals. All that had to come off to get into that. I did that one. What else has it had? Little problems. That's it. Injector seals, oil cooler. It's a pretty big thing. And after that, I've just been maintaining it. All the fluids, gearbox fluids, everything like that. Been quite a nice car so far. Touch wood and whistle. Right. So last two. This is. I'll jinx myself. Well, at this point, it should be right. I'll torque it up, clean out the connectors. You can see where they've etched out the probably the Mercedes bits. Should really clean my gloves before doing this, but DIY mechanics. Okay. A bit too much on there maybe. Down in there. Nice. Final one. She ain't bad. Probably didn't need to do this job, to be honest, but hey, worked out a lot cheaper getting these in a bulk and finding out what the NGK part number was. So why not, eh? At least I know these are done, and if it does not regen or bad in the cold starts, I know it's not these. Could be other things. Could be the controller for this, but it won't be these. And this is the job I've always been putting off a little bit in case it goes pear-shaped. Let's see if you can see again in there. Nice. Just lines up. I can't really get my fingers on it, so I'm very gently going to try any resistance I'd back up. There we go, perfect. Okay, we're into torque territory now. I believe this is 11 Newton meters. Because I can get to it again. If I'm wrong, I'll go back and readjust it, but I'm fairly certain from the videos I was watching. Annoyingly, this one's the only one I got. Should be okay for this. So I'm just going to feel it first, just to make sure I agree with it, because you know what it's like sometimes. Yep, I'm happy with that. Just putting downward pressure, nothing at an angle, just enough to sit it all in tight. Bada boom. Okay. Next step is let's have a little look at these first of all. Not bad. All consistent, other than these two. I don't know if that's oil. It's sort of glazed on, varnished on. Not sure why it would be in there, but tips all look consistent. Nothing particularly stand out there. So the two that were... This kind of makes sense actually, because that was the first one. These two were where it did have a seal blowing at one point that I had to do injector seals, which I replaced on all of them. But I wonder if that heat or leak down into there. Oh, that's pretty good. The edge you can just see we're picking up, so I'm glad I took the time to get the engine up to temp. So, a bit of cleaning now. Let's get some brake cleaner. Do I have anything for inside the... let's go with... something like that might be good. Slightly fatter one. Yeah, let's try them. I just wanna... I do have an electrical contact cleaner, but there's brake cleaner in there as well, so... what did I do with that? Wax. It's one of those things, you buy a tin of something and then you lose it in the masses. It's like an electrical contact cleaner, but I think it'll be alright. I'm gonna blast it with some we'll use up some of this as well. Bit big, I think. Don't want anything too aggressive. That one might be good. Let's try that. Right, let's get on with this. Scuffing them up a little bit, but maybe I will just find a little metal one this size. Thing is, that bit there is going to be deeper. Sandpaper, no. Wire brush, you want me to get down? That might be good. Let's try that. Nice. Now I wonder if you should put a little bit of grease on there. Let's ask old. I've replaced some glow plugs on a diesel engine. On the connectors for the top of the glow plugs, should I add any kind of grease or, yeah, any grease?
Yes, you can use a small amount of dielectric grease on the connectors. It helps prevent corrosion and ensures a good connection. Just be careful not to use too much. A thin layer is enough.
Is battery terminal grease dielectric grease?
Battery terminal grease and dielectric grease are similar, but battery terminal grease is specifically formulated to protect battery terminals from corrosion. Dielectric grease, on the other hand, is used for electrical connections and can also prevent corrosion. While they can sometimes be used interchangeably, it's usually best to use the product intended for the specific application.
Okay. I think I'm going to use a little bit of battery grease. Electrical connection, isn't it? Just going to put a little bit on the tips, literally not a lot. Okay, let's add this weird little thing back I do, just so it catches any of the oil. If it does drip out, it doesn't land onto the swirl flat motor. Alright, let's give the bat wing, whatever they call it, a bit of a clean. And I'm actually going to just put a little bit of grease on it to help it in. Carb spray. Might use the more brake cleaner for this one. Check the condition of it. It said its genuine part was only replaced. I serviced it 2,000 miles ago. So I can get in there. Okay, seems to be good. Not a lot, that little bit I just put on is going to do just to help it on. Okay, just a bit of an art to this because I haven't taken these out this time, but check everything. That needs to be out of the way. That's going to connect into that. That's going to have to go into this. I've got that lined up. I might just give that just a little smidge. Hold that in. In fact, I could probably get out of that and do that now. Anything else while I'm in here, just check everything's in, connecting, no leaks. Everything's looking good. Check that I've been around here. That's going to go in a minute. That's it, that's it, that's in, that's in, that's in. All good, all good. I always get a bit of blow by there. I wonder if that's the seal or this seal. Check that out at some point. Right. I'll actually do this now if I can. Look how it goes now. It's on the far side. Okay. So, actually, that won't be possible until it's in. Get it roughly in. Okay. Nice and gently. Don't want to force anything with this. Just getting it in there. Okay, that's into there. Check that in a minute. Let's get these up. That's on, that's good. Let's get this latch down. This one, just gently. So ideally you take this out, but it's been lazy and this is what happens. There we go. Let's check that's all good. Just a couple of little visual inspections. Check this Is this firmly true and home? Here it is. Now, if you do it too tight, you start to deform the seal, the orange seal that's there. That's good. That's in. Okay. I'm going to give it a little blow over with the compressed air. Actually, first of all, let's check a few things. Oh, that's good. Actually, I'm going to get a bit of air on that just. Bit of a squeeze to get in here. No issues there. Think it's a good one. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a clean and then we're done. So, how long did that take us? We've been filming an hour and 20, bit of me faffing around, but yeah, not too bad a job really. I'd say, like the advice I read online really, add some penetrating fluid into around the glow plugs in the week prior, every other day. Drive it like normal so it gets up to temp, cools, hopefully seeps in a little bit. And then what I did was the yesterday night, so the evening before, added the brake fluid, just enough around each hole, let it sit overnight, took it for a long, nice drive this morning, came back, worked on it while it's hot, and then you saw straight in there. Those are the original glow plugs. And they've done just under 150,000 miles. Last 50 with me and mainly on the motorway, and I think those two are because the injector seal was blowing around that area and that's what's happened to them. That's what I can imagine. But yeah, not a bad job overall. Glad that's done.